Hey directors, I wanted to show you guys how I use my Google Calendar to really keep me on task, and then also how I just recently discovered tasks in Google Calendar and how I use them. So first and foremost, you just go to Google Calendar and you can look at it as a daily view. You can look at it as a week if you like to do that, and don't freak out, I'll tell you what everything means. You can look at it as a month, right? So you can kind of get a glance. I typically like the day or the week schedule. So I just kind of go in here every day. So first and foremost, before you start anything, think of the different calendars that you might need. So you guys know I teach you like color coding and making your schedule. So think of Google Calendar as reflecting your schedule as well, right? So you can block times to do certain things. So like and ignore some of these calendars I probably need to delete, but I have like my Claudia calendar, which is like anything, either it's a Google Calendar task or it's my personal, any appointments that come through Facebook, anything I want my assistants to do, it's in an assistant task. I have the bullet train calendar. I have a to-do list. Family. So if it's something that the whole family is going to do at a specific time and date, like let's say we're planning something, we're going on vacation, it's on the family calendar. This is a calendar for my host coaching, but I'm actually thinking I might convert this into tasks. Anytime I have calls or meetings, it's in here. You can actually set reminders up. And then these are the tasks that I'll talk to you about. And I have a calendar that's called a to-do list. So you can kind of play with it, but kind of think of like your lists that you might need. And first and foremost, you want to go block some time. So if I were to go on a week, I would look at a weekly schedule and I would say, okay, so I get up. So for me, it's 5:30 to 7 before anybody gets up, Monday through Friday. It's kind of just like catching up on my Facebook messages, kind of going through them as fast as I can, doing my host coaching, is for emails, right? So I block that time. So when I come in here, I'm not just like scrolling through Facebook, right? So again, ignore, there's a lot of stuff happening here. But you also see right here, I typically have the gym covered, but because things are changing here in New York, I now have 2 gym instead of 5, but we'll work on that as well. Here's my summer office time that is kind of blocked, 9 to 4. And then in those tasks, inside of it is different things that I might do. So you can overlap calendars as well. I also have Claudia's personal time for her business, 2 to 4 every day. So I can make sure I work on my personal business. I can continue to have a personal business, right? And then 4 to 8, I have it blocked off for family time. And then if there's anything in the evening, it might go in here, but most of you guys know I don't like to work in the evenings. So anyway, so that's that. So there's different things you can do. So in order to create these blocks, you go to create, right? And I always like to go to more options because it just gives you more options. So let's say I want to go to the gym, right? And I want to do the gym every Monday from 8 to 9. So here's the other kicker, right? If you're going to the gym or whatever, it's not just the moment that you get there and the moment that you leave that building. It's when do you leave your house and when are you back at your house, right? So think of all those things. Like even if you work full time, when do you get up and shower and do all the things that actually is all work time, right? So that way you're not like, oh, well, I'm at the gym from 8 to 9, but really it's more like 7:30 to 9:30 with the drive and everything going on. So you can set your time right here. If you want an event to be all day, that means it's like a little block in your calendar. You can do that. So it's kind of like, I'll put it on there and when I get to it, I get to it. Or you can have a specific time. Then you can have it repeat weekly, monthly. You can customize it. I can say this is going to happen Monday, Wednesday, Friday, every week. And it's never going to end, basically, right? So you could do that. You can add a location so people in your family know where you are. Then here's where you pick your different calendars that you set up. Let's say you have a call with someone and you want to invite them. You can actually invite them here so they can put it on the Google Calendar as well. And then here it's actually kind of cool. You can put little notes. So like for my host coaching, I might say host coaching message 1, and then I put the message right in here. Like I go blah, 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 right? And that's the message. Or let's say I want to welcome members, and I do that every Monday. And then I can put the welcome message right in here, right? So everything is kind of like right in here. So this is creating an event Now, then the other thing you can do is you can create a task. So I just recently, hello, discard. I just recently discovered task. So task, what I love about task is you can check them off. So I can say, oh, you know, I got to text emails every day. I got to text those orders that come in, right? And then I can check it off. They also show up here on the right, and you can do different categories for your tasks. So I have my personal business, my personal team, my organization. I haven't quite figured it all out yet, but that's kind of how it goes. And then right here, you can sort your task by date, the way I have it now. So I kind of know, oh, I already did my task for today. What happens tomorrow? What do I need to do tomorrow, right? So the other cool thing is if you use Gmail, so I have to pay this invoice tomorrow in my Gmail. If I go into my Gmail, I just discovered that. I was so excited. So here is my, so let's say it doesn't matter, right? So I go into an email, and at the top right here, I can add it to a task, and then it goes all the way to the bottom. So I know that, and then I'm going to edit it, and I'm going to say, oh, I got to check that tomorrow. So I'm going to put a date on this for tomorrow. So I know that tomorrow I will handle this email. And you can also repeat tasks, which is pretty cool. And then I go back, and now I know that this task has been kind of like pushed to tomorrow. So I know I can handle it. And then tomorrow I can go in here and check things off, and it actually links me back. So if I click on this task tomorrow, oops, or in my calendar, so let's say I go to my calendar and I click on this task for tomorrow, guess what? It's going to view related email if I need to go back into it, and I can mark it complete. So if you're someone that likes to check things off, task is definitely a good thing. So you can also create tasks from here, but I find that it has less options and more options if I create tasks from right here. Now, when you click add task, it adds it right here to the bottom. So make sure you check it out. So I'm just going to delete it. And then the third thing you can do on a Google Calendar is a reminder. So for example, I have a reminder every, I think it's Tuesday or Wednesday, to take my garbage out. So a reminder is just kind of something that is going to ding, and it will not go away, and it will show up on your calendar every single day. It'll move day to day to day until you get it done. So that's another option that you can do. And besides these tasks like host coaching, I also have alarms on my phone that remind me of certain things, because I will forget to send my host coaching if I don't have an alarm. And that's the other cool thing when you set up events. So let's say you go and create an event that tomorrow there's a director call, right? So there's a director call, and you know it's tomorrow, or actually you know it's monthly on the first Monday, or whatever the day is. You can fill all that out, and you can click notification, so you can have it ding 10 minutes before, 30 minutes before. So when I go to my kid's dentist appointment or my personal appointments, and they set me up with a date for a 6-month follow-up, then I go in here and write my 6-month kid's dentist, and I will literally go in here and say, okay, you're going to remind me 4 weeks before. You're going to remind me again 2 weeks, because I will forget, and I need to make sure I have the time planned out. And you're going to remind me a week. And then like I'm setting up a gazillion reminders to do that. So it takes a little while to get used to it. You know, it can look a little crazy if you think about it, because literally my calendar looks like this. I mean, kind of like for a long time, right? But it's because I have reoccurring tasks. And as a leader too, you know, what are the things that you do every first of the month? You update, maybe you update your template, maybe you do recognition, maybe you hold a team meeting, like, and think about maybe taking some time to organize your schedule and everything you do. So literally now all I have to do is come in here, and I know tomorrow, oh, look at all the things I have to do, and I can check them off. And then of course, as you're a growing leader in this company, you might then also think about, is this something that needs my personality and I have to do, or is it something that I can delegate? So I hope this helps. Let me know if you have any questions, but I love Google Calendar, and I'm so excited. I just discovered tasks as well. And it's just a work in progress, and you just have to force yourself to come check it every day. Or if you know you're not working on a weekend, then you just don't need to check it, right? But it's great. Even like your 30 messages a day, sending your booking messages, sending your texts for orders, anything you do, right? Or if you're like, oh shoot, I gotta do that tomorrow. Oh shoot, I gotta do that tomorrow. Oh shoot, or you're doing your brain dump, you can actually go through those tasks where you need to get them done. And it looks like a lot, but you could also move them if you don't get to them, right? But this is kind of like, instead of having 50,000 sticky notes with 50,000 to-do lists, it's a little bit more organized. So hope this helps.